Thanks for watching.
Hey everyone, Steph Beckett here at InfoComm 2025 here at the Christie booth on the last day of the show, joined by Steve Capling. First of all, how has the last day of InfoComm treated you, and how has InfoComm been in general for you guys?
InfoComm has actually been really good, of course. I mean, we're here every year with the same expectation to meet with our customers, our distributors, partners, even see some end users possibly, and just showcase the technologies that we manufacture that we love and we love to share with people. So so far, almost so far, we're at the end of the show pretty much. It's been a little quieter day today, of course, but I mean, the first couple of days, super busy, very pleased with the results, and very happy to be here, of course, as always.
Yeah, good. So tell me a little bit, obviously Christie is focusing really heavily on Sapphire here at this show, and this is the Sapphire kind of projected in a rear projection behind us, right?
Yes, exactly. So that's one of the great things. I mean, Sapphire is making its debut here in North America to the North American audience in this application because it's a new addition to our 3DLP product lineup. And the great thing about that is, Sapphire is this new hybrid illumination system that allows it to be in a rear projection application. Traditionally with our previous 3DLP products, they are RGB pure laser based, and that's a great technology. But sometimes in certain rear screen applications, there can be some speckle and some distracting.
Right.
And it can be distracting from that point of view. So the new hybrid illumination system now offers RGB pure laser combined with laser phosphor.
Which is crazy. I have not seen that anywhere else.
Yeah, and it's not the first in the world, but it is the first in a high brightness box or chassis.
Yeah.
So this comes in at 40,000 lumens with native 4K.
Native 4K, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the best part about it too is that it's great for creative diversity because of the DCI-P3 color space that it offers, so that you get a little more creativity that way with the color that it can produce for you. Additionally, it's also able to do Infotech 3D color comb applications, which, as well as silver screen applications, which is something that we weren't able to do before. So
Nice.
This technology gives us that opportunity now.
Well, it looks great. I hope that we're trying to capture it as best we can, but this is a very, very beautiful, bright, crisp image.
Yeah, thank you. We're really pleased with how things have turned out. We've got a lot of interest in it, and we get a lot of people wondering where the projector is, or if it's even LED potentially, and things like that. But it's
it looks like an LED, which is crazy. So where are we headed to next?
You know what? I'd like to just take you over here to the immersive interactive experience that we have and show you a little bit about this application that we're sharing. This kind of application can actually be used for tourism, for experience centers, and different applications like that, museums.
Yep,
right?
Museums.
And what you're seeing here is really Christie technology combined with our partner, Augmenta.
For content?
They've done the content, they've also done the tracking and the camera sensor points.
Right.
So they provide that, and then they're using our technology as the display technology for the environment. And then, of course, Christie Pandora's Box media server is being used to play the content back.
Nice.
So the combination of the two companies is producing this wonderful solution, I would say.
Very cool. How many projectors are we being powered by?
Yeah, that's
so
you know what? That's a good question.
One,
I think we're at
2, 3,
6.
Yeah.
6, so 2 pointing down and then 4 for the walls.
Very cool.
Yeah, and these are the Inspire series. These are the DW960 STs, which are the short throw lens options for that product. But just showcases that we can also, you can use a sort of a more, I don't want to say entry level, but a smaller projector in a large application like this for a great experience.
Yeah, which you wouldn't think, but we're in a smaller room right now. It seems like a short throw is a perfect option for this space and for this application, which is really cool because it's actually interacting with us.
Yeah.
So very cool.
Very fun. And this is the kind of thing that you can do to engage audiences much better, especially when you're wanting to entertain people, and especially children and things like that in different spaces.
Yes, children, museums, even retail in some applications. I can see this really shining. So
for sure.
Very cool.
Yeah, thank you. So I'd like to take you over here to see the Cathedral of Thieves. This is
yes.
something you probably remember from ISE.
Yes,
we
I
had this
do.
There. We're showcasing it again here. This time around, we're showcasing it with our new Jazz Series projector.
Yes.
So the Jazz Series is our new 1DLP addition to our 1DLP family of products. The Jazz Series actually has, it utilizes the new Texas Instruments HEP 0.8-inch DLP or DMD chip. And what that has done is created a new efficiency in 1DLP technology,
Very cool.
which is great because now you can actually get more light out of the same chassis. So essentially what that boils down to is we're getting 25% more light output out of this size of its equivalent sister product like the HS series.
Very cool.
Which would have 25% less. Or you could alternatively say that it's 25% lighter and smaller than its equivalent in brightness with another line. So it's been great to showcase this. This is obviously overkill for this size of screen.
For sure.
This one is the 4K 2100 JS Jazz Series, and so it is definitely overkill, but it's just a new way to showcase it. And what this is also showcasing too is kind of two applications, right?
Yep.
This is sort of on the artistic side of things. You can consider how you're illuminating art to create engaging audiences.
Yes.
And additionally, you could look at this as a sort of micro mapping application.
Yes.
You imagine this is like 50 feet tall instead and 30 feet wide or something like that.
Yes, and this is also powered by Pandora's Box, right?
It is. It is by Pandora's Box, and we're using our 2D warping and mapping capability to do this. But we partnered with a company, Studio Limelight Art Studio and Gabriel Shama Studios, who created the artwork to provide us this wonderful art piece that we're projecting light onto.
Absolutely.
And one thing I just wanted to point out too about the Jazz Series
of
and
course.
all Christie 1DLP is that we now offer a 5-year warranty, which is a big additional peace of mind for your return on your investment when you're an end user that's got to put a lot of money out for new technology.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So coming over to this side, we see some more art over here.
Yes, so this is another piece by Gabriel Shama, but we're utilizing it as another sort of mapping
application
piece or application. And this one is being mapped on by our M4K RGB series, the M4K 25 RGB to be specific, which is a 3DLP product and is great for staging and larger applications because they offer a 15,000, a 25,000 lumen variant, and so of course it's 4K as outlined, but we have those two different resolutions, right? Not two different resolutions, two different brightness levels.
Can you explain to me just the difference in application type between the projectors powering this and the Jazz Series powering the other piece of art?
Which, sorry,
the Jazz Series that you just showed me and the M4K,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, so that's a 1DLP. The M4K is a 3DLP technology. They are, almost similar in brightness. To be honest, I mean, that's 21,000. This is a 25,000 lumen. But you're getting, this is an RGB. The M4K RGB is RGB illumination, so you're getting more color. In fact, the RGB illumination offers Rec 2020 color gamut coverage. So what that represents is basically approximately 110%, more than twice the color capability. So when it comes to people like rental stagers or maybe theme parks or somebody who's really discerning from a color standpoint, you're able to you use this type of technology to diversify the color capabilities. That means your content creators who are creating content for custom customers, right? They can get that, that Caterpillar yellow or that Coke red or that perfect brand match to
Yes.
the company that you might be doing, content for
Absolutely.
example, or a character color that has to be very, very specific. So it really adds to the dynamic capability of the content,
Yeah.
designers.
Cool. Okay, cool. Thank you for explaining that to me. So where are we headed to next? You want to check out LED?
Just before we do, actually, I'd
Okay.
like to bring you over here and just show you a little bit of, our Mystique software.
Yeah,
so
please
this
do.
is another application that we're kind of showcasing. It's just, again, another mapping onto these hexagon blocks.
Yeah.
Actually, you can move them and change them.
Oh, cool.
We don't have time in this video for me to do that and show
Yeah.
you a demo of it, but it is pretty cool. And what it basically allows you to do is to show how easy it is to change the surface or the object that you're projecting on and actually remap to it very quickly.
Very quickly.
When, prior to this, when you had to do it manually, it
Yes.
was a lot more time and effort
Yeah.
involved to do so. So this is basically, Mystique is a automated camera-based warping and blending software, and that allows customers who are doing, an installation of that type to actually, use our Mystique software, and then basically it's very simple programming, mapping wise, and you have a camera shooting onto the surface or making sure you can see all the surface.
Yeah.
And then you click a button, and within a few minutes, you're essentially now projecting and covering that perfectly with perfect
Cool.
focus and any warping and blending that may be required.
Nice. How do you do that? Does the software set like tracking points?
It does, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to set that in the software on your 3D model in the software platform itself.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. So perfect for really, really immersive installs, things where maybe like a museum where these things are typically going to move or made to be interactive, but you still want to make sure the projection can follow.
Exactly. And
Cool.
of course, because it covers blending, so you can have, depending on the Mystique package that you purchase or need,
Yep.
depending on the complexity of your mapping, you can get different levels of Mystique so that you can, warp and blend exactly how and what you need.
Very cool.
Yes.
So what's next?
Since we're standing here, I thought I'd just showcase or tell you a little bit about the new Secure Series 3. So we just recently added the Secure Series 3, the new generation Secure Series, to our lineup. This is a TA compliant LCD
Yes.
panel for government applications, and this one is available in 5 sizes. You get the 55, 65, 75, 86, 98, and these are all exclusively available
Through Elmo.
Pro
Yeah,
AV, yes.
very cool.
So we're looking forward to having that this new model. This one actually is also portrait and landscape.
Yeah, I can
capable
see
in some
that. That's
ways,
awesome.
So we're showcasing it in the landscape.
Very
option,
cool.
But
Yeah, so this is TAA compliance has become very important in our industry. As you know, a lot of companies are starting to care about security where all of the parts are made. So securing that TAA compliance is obviously really big. It's going to be great in government installs, courtrooms, anywhere where I'm guessing where you need to put, digital signage or, anywhere where you need to see information really,
Yeah.
really clearly.
I mean, there's government briefing rooms, and there's even they have pop-up control rooms,
Yep.
that are remotely located that they can use this information for.
Perfect.
It's also NDAA compliant as well. So you're really, ensuring there's no RF, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no memory on the screen when you turn it off.
Right.
So you're making sure that you're, any, top secret government applications or whatever it is that you need to use this for.
Where there's a lot of sensitive information being put on them all the time.
You
Yeah.
just get that security, hence
Yeah.
the Secure Series name. So
Very cool.
yeah,
Nice.
happy to have it back. Also, so this is, of course, I think probably most people know our microtiles LED video walls.
Yes, know them very well.
And this is a very popular technology. Again, another one of the few TAA LED options. So this is a Christie proprietary custom made product that is used in It's a premium product.
Yep.
It's used in all kinds of, same thing, government applications.
Yep.
Where they need a video wall or for a control room or command center, things like that.
Yes.
Great product for that. Even seeing it moving into simulation.
Oh yeah.
So we've recently done some simulation work with a partner, a customer of ours, and showcasing this in a unique way.
Yeah, and this is TAA compliant as well, which is really great. But I have seen Christie micro tiles literally put anywhere. Like I have the applications for this technology are truly endless. I have seen them all over. So
and even if it's not a TA application, I mean, there's some great features about this product that make it that premium, give it that premium feature essentially. And so you consider that it's a 120 hertz capable.
Yep.
It's also 3D capable. And if you do 3D, you get your full 60 hertz per
Yep.
eye. It's got instant neighbor detection, which is great. Remote power,
Yep.
which is important. I mean, heat is not necessarily a big friend of technology.
Yeah.
So when you take the heat away from the screen, you actually allow you get better longevity out of the product, right? And so if you can come up and feel how cool it is, considering this is a 0.75 millimeter.
No heat
right?
coming off here.
I mean, very little, right? And so Christie Microtiles is offered in 0.75, a 1 mil, a 1.25, and a 1.5 mil
Perfect.
option or pixel pitch.
Very great.
It's great. A custom wall mount system provided by us as well. So as for every application, it's customized that way. Everything comes as a complete package.
Yep.
And one of the nice things about this and the neighbor detection really is that, compared to a traditional cabinet-based design, like even our own core series over here, you do not need to have any specific order. You don't have to install it in any specific order. The chassis and the modules on the chassis actually don't have to be numbered.
Yeah.
Don't have to go in order. You can open any box, you can put it anywhere. And what that benefit is to the customer is actually, down the road, if somebody, ever scrapes their hand across it, pulls out some pixels and knocks some, does some damage, or somebody drops one or something like that on installation, you can actually easily and quickly pull out the module, put a new module in its place, and not have to reprogram it.
The entire,
Yeah. And of course, it's also, just to show you here, this is one of the chassis. And so this chassis is the standard microtile chassis, which holds 3 modules.
Okay.
And the nice thing about this is that it's got one single point of contact.
Oh, nice.
So you've got power over Ethernet here, your PoE, as well as your signal comes in here.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. And then, even though it's got a heat sink on it, they don't get very warm because all the heat is remotely located or taken and used, basically sort of emitted at the controller level.
Yeah.
So what this does is keeps the heat away from the wall, right?
Yeah,
and then
which is
this
the important
connects
part.
to our controller, and then you've got it daisy chained here through fiber. So you got a fiber in, a fiber out, and then they're in series all the way through, and the signal goes back and forth. So there's great redundancy built in that way.
Yes, which is all going to help and protect that longevity and help them last a lot longer.
Exactly.
So cool.
Exactly.
So I know we are almost done, but I'd love to talk a little bit about the Griffin here.
Right, thank you. I almost forgot about that one up there. Yes, so the Griffin, of course, this is our flagship product.
Yes.
Has been for a few years now. We have it available in 2 brightness levels, the 35,000 lumen and the 50,000 lumen, all native 4K, RGB pure laser, of course, which gives you that Rec 2020 capability that is very desirable for content creators and discerning customers of that nature. So it's been a great product for us. Again, 3DLP, and I can't say enough good things about it, but it's a bit of a small screen for that product, but at the end of the day, it's a great product for stagers, for large applications, for auditoriums, wherever you might see, whenever you have a big screen.
Wherever you have a big screen.
Huge, audiences, large audiences easily with a single projector.
Yeah, great. Anything else you want to talk about?
Just lastly, I wanted to point out the core series, as I mentioned just over here. This is our sort of midpoint LED video wall. This is, a really good, cost-effective solution for several kinds of applications. I mean, training rooms, corporate lobbies,
Yep.
Retail, signage, and
Yeah.
just about anywhere. This one, of course, is your standard Rec 709, 60 hertz.
Yep.
It comes in 5 different pixel pitches. You've got 0.9 all the way up to 2.5 millimeter.
Yeah.
And, it's just a great product that we've seen grow quite significantly
Yes.
since we've adopted it.
And you
just
said
to
this is
say-
the mid-range, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's not an entry level by any means, but it's just that sort of midpoint as compared in the LED world.
Yeah.
So basically, yes, and of course, everything in this booth controlled by Pandora's box,
Yep.
media playback and show control, and their servers. So
Yeah.
our servers.
Yes, of course. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking
Yeah.
me around and showing me all the products here in the booth.
My pleasure.
Last question I have for you, Steve, is where can people find more information on Christie?
Yes, of course. If you're looking for more information on Christie, you can visit christiedigital.com. Thanks for joining me.
Perfect. And don't forget on our side as well, go to ravepubs.com/InfoComm for all your InfoComm 2025 coverage. Again, I'm Steph Beckett, and we will see you next time.